Okay.
Hello everyone.
Hello, hello. I don't know if we have already people in our webinar. I'm not sure. Mhm.
So we'll quickly wait for a minute or so everyone's in the meeting, and then we can head start.
Yeah, with a very nice topic. Um, I'm very happy to have Andrea with me to show some great examples of campaigns. So let's wait, like Andrea said. I think we can start at 11, yeah, in 2 or 3 minutes maybe. I know it's a very rush period right now with December, so a lot of people are working a lot. So let's wait.
Yeah, the end of the year is always tricky for sure.
How is it on your side, Andrea? Do you have a lot of work in December?
Yeah, I mean it's always busy, but this you can definitely tell that people are starting to prepare for 2026 as well, and with the end of year rush. So it's definitely an intense period, but I think it's always great to see like new ideas also surfacing. So all great on my
Yeah.
side.
On our side, it's also very busy in December. I think for everyone in the
Yeah,
advertising sector, it's a difficult month. Yeah, for every country. Okay, so 1 minute left, and then we can start the presentation. That just take this. Bam. Okay, I think we can start. What do you think, Andrea? Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So, hello everyone. Very happy to be here. I'm Go Jimin, head of sales Benelux for Displays. Yeah, I just wondering, I was seeing a message of our marketing team. Okay, so we already have people in our webinar. That's very nice. Welcome to everyone. Today we have a very nice subject, but like you can see, I'm not alone. I'm here with Andrea from Programmads. So if you want to present yourself before we will deep dive into the subject.
Sure. So thank you for inviting us to the webinar to talk about this wonderful topic as well. My name is Andrea. I am a senior programmatic consultant at Programmads, where I've been working for the past 3 years. And as you know, we've worked very closely on several digital out-of-home campaigns. And yeah, just very glad to be here to go over some use cases as well.
Yeah, so as you can see, Andrea has a lot of experience and she will add her experience to show some specific campaigns and specific cases. So very happy to do it together. So today we will speak about digital out of home, about targeting, about attention, and about how to contextualize your campaign to have impactful results for your brand. So let's start with, sorry, before we start, just three things. So if you would like to ask questions, you can ask questions. We will answer them by the end of the presentation. And if you want to share something, please use the chat. And our marketing team will also add some interactivity and use some polls. So please answer the polls. I just see that the first one is just submit it and I will answer it on my side. Okay, so let's go. This is the agenda of today. So first we'll speak about attention and why it's so important in our market. Then I will give an introduction on programmatic digital out of home and some golden rules to run a successful campaigns. Then Andrea will share some success stories and also some introduction about programmats. I will speak about the displays and our positioning in the market, and we will end with our Q&A. Okay, so the first part is on the attention economy. But before we start, I would like to ask a question to the audience. So my question is, do you remember an ad that you have seen this morning on your device, on your smartphone, on TV, or on whichever device? And if so, you can also add the brand in the chat just to see if you can remember one advertising that you saw this morning. Uh, just to know, every morning we are exposed to 100 to 300 ad signals, which is huge. But as you can see, it's very difficult to remember just one. And that's why we are going to speak about attention and why it's so difficult to get the attention of your audience. So I can't see the comments right now, but I know it's very difficult to remember just one brand. I did the exercise also on my side this morning, and even if I went to social media to listen to radio, it's difficult to remember one ad that grabbed my attention. And this is the thing about, yeah, on your side, Andrea, do you remember an ad this morning?
No, that's it. It's very difficult. That's why on my side this morning, I was exposed to at least a few ads, but still, it's very very difficult to grab attention in that sense.
Yeah, I saw an ad this morning to go on vacation to Malaga. I know you're working from Malaga, so this is very very funny. But I already went 2 weeks ago to Malaga, so it was not a good ad. So yeah, so attention is very important. Like we just said, we are bombarded with thousands of ads every day. So it's important to get this attention. And when we speak about attention, we speak about two types of attention: natural attention and useful attention. And yeah, most important thing is to turn natural attention into useful attention. So noticing your ad, processing it, and also create memorization onto your audience. So here you can see, yeah, we have here a question on which advertising format is the most intrusive. So according to you, which channel is the most intrusive? Is it TV, internet, radio, social media, or out of home? So we will answer also on my side. So here it's a study that was done by GCDECO in France on more than 1,000 individuals. And we asked them, according to you, which channel is the less intrusive. And here we can see that out of home had a very good results compared to the other media channels. We can see that also on classic media like TV, internet, and radio, the results are very bad. So it's invasive and intrusive, as we can say.
And Gautier, so because seeing this slide also kind of strikes a little bit, a lot of questions that we also get from our clients. So why do you think digital out of home is performing better in capturing attention than social media? Maybe press, by looking at the numbers is really kind of striking as well.
Yeah, sure. So this is what I think, and also what the studies are showing, is that out of home is you don't have to look at it. It's not like a private device like you have on social media where you have like 10 or 100 different ads that you can see when you're going to Facebook or Instagram, for example, or on TV. You don't have the choice. But on out of home, you have the choice. You can say, don't look at the screen. So that's why it's a very nice one. And it's different from the other media channels where there is this intrusive element that you have to look at the advertising to continue navigating or looking TV, for example. So that's why the attention is very interesting on out of home. And here we can see it, the average attention for digital out of home is 4.5 seconds, which is very high. From my memory, in classic out of home, it's 3.5, so 1 second more due to these dynamic elements you can add. So in Belgium, remember, it's 6 seconds advertising. And also the brand recall, so people that remember your ad after seeing them on the screen is 2 times higher than on average. So this shows that digital out of home is a very nice format to create awareness, consideration, but also action and memorization. The halo effect is also important in our market. So we speak a lot about omni-channel campaign, so using different media channels to run a performance campaign. So what's the influence of digital out of home on the other media channels? And this is a study we did on all these different media channels where we add the digital out of home to see what the uplift was on business KPIs. And we can see that search is very impacted. So why? Because people see an ad on a screen and then they look at Google to type some keywords to find to find the brand and the advertising. On social, it's less, it's 20%, and on classic media, it's also less because it's very different from out of home, but you have also this impact. So on the customer journey or conversion funnel, digital out of home has an impact on every stage. So on awareness, it creates brand familiarity. On interest, it's a top media, meaning it's the first media. If you want to generate interest, please add out of home because you can create a specific brand image. But also on consideration, we have a significant effect. So if you want to gap the bridge to bridge the gap between awareness and action, digital out of home can have a very high influence on interest and consideration, but also on action. If you want to do direct-to-store campaigns to push people into your shop, digital out of home is a very nice one. Doing, for example, DCO campaigns on screens near to your shop and saying, for example, you have a shop at 200 meters of the screen. This is very useful communication to push people to purchase. And also on loyalty, creating brand preference, we can see in this study that we have a significant effect. And this data, we get them using Happydemics. So Happydemics, we use it to do what we call post-campaign surveys. So in out of home, we don't have the same data we have in digital. We don't have visit, leads, acquisition. We have CPMs, we have impressions. But by using Happydemics, by questioning the audience that went not far from your screens, that saw your ad, you can now have more data and share there with your clients. So this comes to the next part. So why programmatic digital out of home and why it's a game changer. So it's a game changer because of these reasons. The first one is that a platform like Displays or another that sells dooh, so programmatic digital out of home, is connected to all the digital screens. So on not only the screens of, for example, dooh or Borough Media. Today we have a lot of other publishers, for example, screens in gyms, screens in parking, in transport, in co-working. So for example, in Belgium, we are connected to more than 6,000 screens and Displays is connected to millions of screens worldwide in every country. So you can run campaigns everywhere on all the digital screens. So this is a big improvement of programmatic. Data-driven, also a very important one. This is very new, the fact that you can add data segments. So we're working with our partner AdSquare to use socio-demographics, intentions, but also behaviors, meaning you can select the best screen at the best time to target your audience on out of home. So very nice and very innovative. Flexible campaign management, also very new. So now by using a platform to use to buy digital out of home, you can, whenever you want, change the date, change your creatives, change the data through the campaign. So a very flexible way of buying this channel. And also I will finish with accessible and easy to implement, meaning with a platform like Displays, you only need 5 steps to buy your campaign and to launch it, and it goes very fast.
Actually, I think the dynamic adaptation of the creative really stands out, because I mean, to be able to tailor the message depending on the context of where you are or traffic, time, to be kind of relevant to that audience in the context and time, it's really good for engagement and for that attention grabbing from users, right? So it's definitely a great benefit and a great use of digital out of home. Sure.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Andrea. That's very true. Out of home is a very creative format. Like you said, the fact you can use the context. For example, you are not going to show the same ad in a gym than in a parking. So you can use this context, this physical world where you have this screen to show a very creative ad. So that's very nice. You don't have these options on other media channels. So that's why I think it's very nice to invest time and to find the best way to use this wonderful media channel. So into the next part, now we will see together the golden rules to run a successful digital out of home campaign. So we have 4 different pillars. The first one is context. So when and where to advertise. So the period, but also the screens. Like I said, you have thousands of choices when it comes to selecting the screens in different areas. So it's very important to know the context to select the best options. Then you have the audience. So know that we can add data segments, which is very new. It's important to use them in the right way to target your audience at the right time with the right data. We have the creative. So we just said it with Andrea, creativity is very important in digital out of home. You can also use what we call triggers, for example, weather or temperature or traffic to adapt your creatives in real time, so automatically. So yeah, how to create personalized campaign to have effective advertising material. And we will finish with delivery and measurement. So with the post-campaign surveys, we have more and more measure. So it's very nice to use to have these insights, and also on the delivery side, the fact that everything is accessible on the platform, even when your campaign is running, you can change everything. So it's very flexible to use a platform like this place when you're buying digital out of home. And now I will let Andrea present you some success stories, some cases that Programmads did using displays. So Andrea, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Gautier. So yeah, I think like a few of these case studies actually kind of enhance a little bit and showcase those pillars that Gautier was speaking about. We're going to go through a few use cases. The first one here is from a restaurant. The challenge was kind of a very familiar challenge that a lot of brands have, that you can't just assume that customers will leave and work, next to the different locations. People, as we've been like going through as well, move in all sorts of way. We have busy lives, we move around a lot. Every screen placement and every exposure to those users really matters. So for example, for this campaign, what we realized or found out was that people traveled up to 16 to 19 kilometers on average to visit these restaurants. So the idea was to make sure the brand showed up in those places that really matter. So those were places or spots that were most visible for users along the path that they actually took. So the resolution, or how we approach it, was that we use location technology to track where the visitors were going before and after visiting these restaurants. And instead of buying the screens really randomly, we picked them based on where people actually traveled. So this actually has a very strong effect on consideration. People typically, after the campaign, kind of visited the restaurant within a 1 to 2 day period after seeing the campaign, which is kind of very on point for those kind of last minute decisions, and a very use case as well for the restaurant vertical as well. So the results for this particular campaign were 10% increase on the visits, with a very high engagement on stations, urban panels as well. And obviously, because of the data that we're seeing at the moment, an impact on that customer behavior. So it shows that the context, as Gautier was saying, really matters in digital out of home. And when you understand where those customers are and adapt your media accordingly, then you can actually drive that actual footfall and have that return on your investment. So this is one of the approaches. And then for the same kind of restaurant chain, we had a different approach on targeting, which was also very interesting, because the the concept was to target those potential customers near competitor locations. So the goal was to encourage the customers to choose one restaurant versus the other, essentially, or the one from the competitor. So to achieve this, what we did is that we placed our digital out-of-home campaign around competitor locations, and we target those screens kind of in main decision points, right? So the campaign overall drove 17% uplift on visits, and an average visitation rate of 23.5%, which is a very strong performance, actually. And this is also realizing that there was a 59% overlap on visitors with our restaurant chains that we were running the campaign for and the competitor locations, meaning that a few of these users were already going to the competitor's restaurant, but actually chose to go to the main restaurant chain because of this campaign. So it's a case also to highlight that kind of precision digital out-of-home buy to convert that interest or that consideration into actual visits, and being present really in the right place at the right time again. So it's kind of two different approaches for a similar or for the same kind of restaurant change on digital out-of-home.
Yeah, just a quick one on this very nice case, Andrea. So very nice to see that you use digital out-of-home to go on every stage of the marketing funnel, from branding to brand preference.
Mm-hmm.
Which stage do you think on this campaign out-of-home had the most effect for this campaign? Do you think it's more like on brand preference or on consideration or just on branding? Yeah, what do you think?
So I believe that in this particular case, or in this last example, was more focusing on the consideration phase, actually kind of going to the point of interest, to the store visit, and really entering in that in that consideration mindset. So which one would I choose, one or the other, and then actually inclining for the restaurant chain just because we were there present at the right time. So it highlights like the use of really digital out of home in really any step of the funnel, but sometimes we don't think of digital out of home inherently for consideration. We think more of it as an awareness kind of type of channel. So it's really interesting to see how then we can use it in other in other phases and see that work and actually results show up as well.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna quickly then move to our next case study, which is moving a bit off the restaurant business, but going into the public sector. So in this case, it's a little bit different because this was not only a digital out-of-home campaign, it was actually kind of an omni-channel effort. So we run this is a client for the public sector, so it was a public sector advertiser, and we had a campaign which include radio, online audio, of course digital at home, YouTube, online video. So essentially what we did is that we integrated radio spots onto kind of the digital out-of-home campaign, ensuring audiences were exposed both kind of on the road and at home, essentially. So the offline radio ran during the morning and in the afternoon, and then online channels like kind of Spotify and digital audio extend the campaign reach, targeting people kind of on the go everywhere. So we synchronized the digital out-of-home campaign with the hourly targeting of the radio and the online audio campaigns to reinforce brand recall. And also by leveraging AdSquare, we were able to retarget those individuals who pass by the digital out-of-home screens, and then after really the first month, and then integrating that into our retargeting mobile campaign. So it's actually working together with mobile to actually then work on that last part of the funnel, really. So it's a nice way to just integrate all of these different channels, essentially. So if we move on to the results, it actually was a success. So the ad recall increased by 5%. In southern Belgium, people who heard the radio ad were actually twice as likely to convert and tripled the website visits as well. And by activating the search campaign along other media, also the website traffic kind of increased by 56%. So the digital out of home campaign then combined with the mobile retargeting delivered 8% more impressions and 22% more clicks as well. So this kind of really showcased how when integrated with other media, you can deliver kind of those more measurable results, across kind of reach, engagement, conversions, because you kind of have kind of all fronts covered in a sense. So yeah, this was for the case study in our public sector. And then to finish,
just a quick one, Andrea, on your second case. So yeah, on omni-channel campaigns, we know that consistency is very important through the whole funnel, but also through the different channels. Do you have some tips to have this consistency on the creative side?
Oh, in the creative side?
Yeah, for example, on my side, the tips that we give to our client is, for example, to have this very clear message that you have in every media channel so that people can memorize very easily your brand and your message. And I know that a lot of agencies sometimes struggle to decline it in out of home because it's a very different media channel than radio, display, and all these normal formats, I would say. So yeah, we have at this stage, we have like our technical preferences to on the creative side that we can share with our clients. But on your side, are there things that you share with your clients so that you are sure that the message is can be memorized by the public?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and it really does also depend on the funnel phase that you were working as well. But to have kind of a clear message that is 100% kind of a must, and then really, if I could suggest as well, to adapt to the context and really, I mean, here we had an example of radio, of digital at home, of video. I mean, the message has to be consistent and coherent in all of the different media, but also we have to realize that they're not all the same. People don't perceive all of the media the same way. So we had to adapt the message and the creative in that sense as well. So like you mentioned, so with a digital out of home, the context, again, well, everywhere really, but here the context is something that we can play around with a lot, because we already know with those screens are situated, and also we can filter with displays kind of what type of screens there are. So that is also a very useful thing to have, to be able to plan and to recommend the creative.
Sure. Yes. Also, with the fact that we only have 6 seconds in Belgium, it's mainly 6 seconds. It's different in other countries. For example, in France, it's 10 seconds. It's also very funny that it's different per country. So in Belgium, you only have 6 seconds to convince your audience, which is not easy. So it's a big creative work. And what we are using to create this technical specification, it's also eye tracking studies to know where people are looking on the screens, to know where you have to put your logo, your message, so that people can notice it, so that you can combine them, and so that they can, like we already said, memorize the message.
That is actually super useful, I think, as well, because then that gives you even further insights on how you can better prepare. So it's very interesting. Okay, so finishing with the last case study from my end. Here is a case study of major food delivery platform, and this one is in France. So the goal was to strengthen the brand presence in a very competitive market. So really, here we are talking more of kind of an upper funnel activity. And that's why we also, to measure that impact, we conducted a brand lift study with 250 consumers saw the campaign, and then a control group as well. And this was kind of part of our kind of licensing vertical, which an agency kind of needed our support from Programmads to kind of help them develop and plan and troubleshoot the campaign. So the campaign kind of faced a few challenges. So standing out from that kind of crowded delivery market, making sure that there's enough visibility, that we're capturing enough attention, and turning kind of that brand presence as well into future consideration. So now we can have a look into the actual results of the campaign. So the campaign, if we look into the Happydemics brand lift study results, drove 23% uplift in interest, and then 24-point increase in brand image, which actually demonstrates quite strong impact on perception. And then on recall, it reached 26%. So really here is also to showcase another case of digital out of home kind of driving its value for awareness, for consideration, and combining a kind of digital strategic location targeting, and then data-driven optimization that we can have thanks to the DSP, to displays, where campaigns kind of not only kind of reach just any audience, but actually you can tailor your campaign and you can convert that exposure into real results. So yeah, this was me really just to showcase that the location and the context really matter, that the creative clarity, as we were discussing as well, Gautier, really kind of drives that perception as well. It has to be strong, it has to be relevant, and then that we can have those data-driven decisions to maximize our return on the investment, and then to have just really good optimization and targeting on the campaign setting side.
Yeah, that's why programmatic is so interesting. Not only on out of home, is the fact you can optimize your campaign. And I saw also in this case, if I'm not wrong, that you used Happydemics to run some post-campaign surveys. So just for the audience, so yeah, Happydemics is a partner of Displays, but not only for out of home. You can use it also for other media channels, where you can ask questions to people that saw your ad, and then you can compare these results to a control group and see if people saw your brand and what they think about your brand, and if they plan to go to a shop, for example. You can choose these specific questions. On your side, Andrea, do you get some nice insight on this campaign using Happydemics, or the things you're going to do on the next campaigns because you saw these answers on Happydemics, or what is your view on this?
Yeah, actually, so sometimes we struggle with kind of upper funnel campaigns to have those measurable results and further insights to kind of present to clients. So it's always a very kind of strong tool to utilize for those upper funnel campaigns, to understand the actual impact of your campaign being measured for the upper funnel. So I would kind of definitely recommend it to include it in your campaigns when you want to provide that extra layer of insights and data to your clients.
Yeah, and what is also very interesting on our side is that our clients are using a lot Happydemics for campaigns, but not only, we are also using it when we are managing campaigns for our clients. And so now we have results of hundreds and maybe thousands of campaigns that we can compare in the same sector. So we have yeah, we can make from these result studies that we can share with our clients. And yeah, I think we share some of them with Programmads to see how we can leverage more results on the campaign. So yeah, very interesting topic. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's
Yes.
Andrea.
Yeah. So I'll continue speaking for now. So yeah, I just want to quickly kind of share with the audience who Programmads is, because I'm conscious that maybe not all of you might know us. So as Gauthier mentioned, we are a partner with Displays. We collaborate with Displays. Programmads is an ad tech company, so we help agencies and advertisers in every step really of the programmatic journey, not only in digital out of home, but other media as well. So we help with ad tech integration, bringing maybe for advertisers, bringing programmatic in-house, or just provide guidance and training overall on the different platforms from both an operational point of view and from a strategic point of view as well. So we are completely independent. We are tech agnostic as well. So we have a kind of an unbiased approach to the way we offer the information and the trainings, and we operate all across Europe. With, again, agencies and advertisers. So let me just walk you quickly through the DSPs that we work with. So we are the only independent global DSP reseller working across the platforms of Amazon, Google, Microsoft, not for very long, unfortunately, and then Displays as well, obviously. And we have a 90% of our team that is certified on those platforms. And again, we are neutral, so we don't have really an agenda to recommend one technology or the other. It's just based on the interest. What do we offer, or what kind of different verticals do we have within the company, and how we can provide support to you? So we have a first approach, which is training that we provide, where we provide kind of white label programmatic campaign management for agencies. And we can obviously deliver a high quality campaign with the client to any client. So essentially for agencies, we offer from the planning stage to the implementation, and then we deliver the results. For licensing, this is maybe for more mature media agencies or advertisers. We provide the access to the actual tech tools and help them kind of have that control on the platform and use them. And lastly, for consulting, we support both obviously advertisers and agency with consulting around data and media management. And really here, lastly, we also have AdSecure, which is our advanced tech quality assurance solution that gives kind of real-time budget control and helps you kind of manage your costs essentially, but also helps you maintain the quality of your campaign, and it has integration with most DSPs. So that's us. That's Programmads for whoever doesn't know us yet, obviously. And yeah, if you need support in any of these pillars, just please let us know. You can contact me anytime, of course, and we'll give you more information.
Thank you, Andrea. And yes, Programmads is a very, very nice company. And I don't say it because we are partners. I know you have a very interesting positioning on the market in Belgium. Like you said, you are the only reseller. So yeah, if you are, as an agency, struggling with media buying, you can always reach to our partner, Programmads. Okay, so I will do the same on my side, Andrea. I will present Displays to our audience, which is very international, as I can see. But maybe a last question for you. On which country do you have an office? I know you have an office in Belgium and in France, but you're expanding to other countries, if I'm not wrong. Which are...
Yes. So actually, we operate really globally, but we have offices in Belgium, obviously, and then France, and we have people in Spain, myself included. So we are a multilingual company as well. So if you want to approach us in Spanish, French, English, we are happy to help you with your campaigns, not only in these countries, but globally.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's speak about display. So we are like Programmads, we are also an international company. So we are a platform, meaning agencies and advertisers use displays to buy advertising space on out-of-home screens. That's why we only speak today about out-of-home. We can also add some extra services, but I will show it in the demo. So we are connected to more than 1.6 million screens worldwide, running campaigns in every country, and also connected to, like you can see here, a lot of publishers. So we have offices all around the world in a lot of different countries, in 10 countries, if I'm not wrong. So our head office is in Bordeaux. So we have also Paris, we have London, Berlin, Madrid, Milan, Brussels, Brazil, and Dubai. So we are becoming a very international brand. And this is our positioning in the industry. So we connect agencies and brands to media owners, to publishers, by selling our platform to these companies. We are what we call a DSP. So a DSP is a demand-side platform, like Andrea showed with Google, Amazon, Microsoft. These are omni-channel DSPs, but Displays is not an omni-channel DSP. It's a digital out-of-home DSP. So meaning we only specialize on out-of-home, which is, like I said, our main expertise. And the media owners, for example, like the dooh, Bauer Media, Basic Fit, Ocean Odor, etc., are connected to SSP, so supply side platform. We are connecting our platform to these media owners. Apart from this, we also have our own DMP, or data management platform, meaning we can add data providers to the campaigns. For example, if you want to add mobile data, we can use the data of AdSquare. We can use also the data of Locala to run mobile retargeting campaigns that you can activate directly on the platform. You can add also audiences using this mobile data. Echo, for example, our POE. So if you want to add specific point of interest to your campaign, it's very easy to do it on the platform. And all the data, for example, from Serium, where you can target flights in the airports. So yeah, a lot of different opportunities to run successful campaigns. On our platform, we have different services. So the first one is the global and real-time inventory. So this is a map, basically, that you will find very easily when you access the platform, and you will see every country with a color is a country where we have screens, and here you can filter very easily to response, for example, on a brief with a media recommendation. So very nice tool to use in the first time when you need to do a media recommendation to your clients. Then we have our AI tool, also very new from this one. Everyone speaks about AI today, so we added also to our platform. And this AI tool, you can basically just share your briefing, and our platform will respond with some new strategies, new screens, out-of-the-box ideas that you can use to set up your campaign. Or targeting. So this is when you set up your campaign, you can use advanced and location targeting, meaning you can use postal codes, streets, can go very far into this audience targeting, and also these data segments, sociodemographics, behaviors, intentions, brand preferences that you can add to select, like I said, the best screens at the best moment to show to your audience. DCAO and triggers, we also spoke about it, so very easy to add if you want to add a temperature, weather. So we did, for example, a campaign with Havas Media for a fashion brand, and here it was interesting because they had different type of creatives. One when it was rainy, one when it was sunny, and one when it was cloudy. And so automatically, when it was, for example, rainy, you could see this specific creative. When it was sunny, it was a different creative. So you can think very creative in a very creative way to run your campaign using these triggers and using this data. And then we have in-flight optimization and measure. So using Epidemics for these post-campaign surveys, but also you can access all the data of your campaign in real time on the platform. So you can see the amount of impressions, the different screens that you used, different publishers, which publisher is you're using the most on your campaign. So all this data is accessible in real time on the platform when you're running your campaign. And then we have our latest innovation, our latest feature that we launched some months ago that is called Pulse. So maybe some of you had the chance to test it on the platform. So Pulse is, in fact, a database of all the events in real time, and we are connected to this database, meaning we can predict when and where foot traffic will peak. And using Pulse mean you can identify the screens where you have the most impressions because they are near to these events, what we call primetime screens. And you can activate them very easily. So meaning here you can see it, we can have plus 28, on average, plus 28% of impressions by just activating Pulse. And in fact, Pulse will then activate the screens that are near the events that are running in real time. I will show you some demo on how to use it and the results that you can get when you're activating Pulse. So basically, it's advertising in the best location at the best time and at the right price. It's available in Belgium, in France, in Germany, and in Spain, but we are developing it also on our other markets. So soon it will be available on other countries if you want to use this very nice tool. So here we are going to see together how it works. So I will also show you how the platform works. So here we are doing basically a first setup. You have 5 steps. So this is only the setup part. So very easy. You just have to give your line item a name and just add a budget, for example, 8,000 euros. So here we will select France. We will select the dates. So for example, from 1 November to 30 November, so 30 days of campaign. And then we can choose the day parting. So when you want to be on the screens. Is it all the time, or is it on a specific day parting, on specific days or of the weeks, or on specific hours? So here we can change it and say, okay, in the week, I want to be present. I will go just back. No, I can go back. Yes. Okay. That's all right. So the second step, okay, like this. So here we can change the hours to, for example, only be present in the week between 7 and 20, and then in the weekend on a different time slot. So that's the first part. Now we can go to the second part. The second part is the targeting. So we can see also on the left side that your already selected locations, that your CPM and your impressions are also visible. But we didn't select specific data, so that's what we are going to do in the targeting part. So in the targeting part, let's say we are going to target Paris. So here we can see all the screens in Paris. So each color is a different type of screen. For example, orange are the screens in the retail. Blue are the screens in the retail, and red are the screens, the outdoor screens, etc. So here our budget is 8,000 euros, and you can see that the CPM was also adapted because you selected the screens in Paris. Also the amount of impressions, the amount of screens and location. You can see that we don't have the same amount of screens as locations. It's because on one location you can have more screens. For example, in a gym, in one gym you can have, for example, 6 screens. So that's why. So all this data is adapted in real time. Let's go to the next step. So yeah, and you can also have this max, which is a nice indicator of your campaign. So here we will activate Pulse, so optimize the impressions. And you will see here a message that just summarizes how Pulse is working and how it will select what we call the primetime screens. So all the screens that are very near to the events that are happening in real time. So here, we can read it together, and then we will just select optimize impressions, and you will see that it will select partly the screens of our media plan. So here our budgets remain the same, it's normal, but you have what we call optimized impression, because when you select the screens near to the event, you know that there are a lot of people in this area. And so here, for example, we optimize it by 42%, and you don't have to buy more to use this tool. So yes, and then we can also see on the specific days, so we'll see it afterwards, the events that are going live on every day and how many screens we are using to be present on the specific events. So that's the first version of Pulse, but there is a next version that is coming where we are going also, where we give the opportunity to our agencies and clients to select the type of events. For example, an agency that is running a campaign for Nike that only want to target sport events, this will be possible. And then, for example, the platform will select the marathons or all the running events that happens in the city that you selected. So this is for the next step. I think it's good for the demo, so don't hesitate if you have questions on this. And if I'm not wrong, it's the last part of the presentation. So I hope that you learned some nice insight on our presentation. Thank you, Andrea, for the very nice cases and the nice questions. And yeah, don't hesitate if you want to get in contact with us. You can find us, I think, on the next slides. You have all our informations. So thank you to everyone.
Yep, thank you very much. I think before we leave, I think we have just a question in the chat real quickly. Just maybe we can address it. So how quickly can a campaign be launched? Is it instant or is there a delay if you want to run a last-minute campaign? Actually, I think that is one of the benefits of digital out of home, if I care to say so. You know, and by the contrary, on maybe offline media, you can't really activate or change settings real quickly. And with digital out of home, it's just very seamless and very, very quick if you want to just immediately launch a campaign. From your experience, Gauthier, is there a lot of last-minute campaigns? From my experience, I would say yes. There's a lot of people that want to run last-minute campaigns, particularly in this time of the year as well. But yeah, it's really quick and easy to activate a campaign in digital at home, particularly in this place.
Yeah. So in Belgium, we have only last-minute campaigns. It's part of the market. I think in other countries, when I speak to my colleagues in France, it's less last minute, but in Belgium, everything is last minute. And the only thing that takes some time on the campaign, it's the approval of the publishers. It's the only thing that it's done in less than 24 hours. So I think it was last week, I got a briefing of a client saying I need my campaign to be live on Monday. And it was, I think, Friday, 5 o'clock. It's kind of working on this place, and I think it's a great benefit of programmatic digital out of home is that everything can go very fast. You receive your briefing, you create your setup. Creating your setup it's not so difficult, so you can do it in less than an hour, and then your campaign can be live when it's approved by the publisher. So the process is very fast.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think we don't have any more questions for now. But yeah, I mean, if anyone has then further questions, we are available. I mean, I'm available in my email account, then obviously Gauthier. So you have there the information, as Gauthier said, to then send anything our way.
Perfect. Okay. So I think it's all good. Thank you to everyone. And like I said, big thanks to Programmads, very nice partner, a very nice company. And yeah, if you have a question, please send it through LinkedIn or by mail. We will be very responsive.
Great. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.